You sit down for a coaching call with a client you care about. You already know them well. You know their pattern, their fears, the places where they get stuck, and still, before the call ever even starts, your brain is already working. What do we need today? What questions should I ask? What exercise fit this moment? What did we do last time? What should I adjust now? And by the time the call begins, you are fully present for them. That's great. But part of you is already tired. Not because you don't love the work, but because every single session asks you to build something from scratch again. So if you are nodding right now, this is not a failure on your part. This is actually the sign that you are a deeply committed coach. You care enough to customize. You listen closely. You refuse to treat people like templates. And for a long time, that level of care probably worked well. Your clients felt seen, they felt supported, they got results. But there is a hidden cost to this way of working, and most coaches only notice it when they are already feeling stretched thin. And I see this all the time with coaches who are booked, respected, good at what they do. On the surface, everything looks fine. Clients are happy, sessions are full, income is steady, and yet there is this quiet pressure running underneath it all. The sense that you are carrying too much in your head. Every client depends on your energy, your focus, your creativity, your presence. And if even you take a step back, things might wobble. You feel proud, but also drained. And your brain never fully shuts off. What is exhausting is not the number of clients alone. It's the constant decision making, the labor of reinventing the wheel over and over again. So, when you customize everything, you become the system. And being the system is heavy. And is a deeper reason why this happens. Most coaching models rely only on one to one, on your life presence as the main container for change. Insight happens on the call. Motivation peaks on the call. Clarity emerges on the call. But life does not happen on the call. Life happens on Tuesday afternoon when your client feels stuck. On Friday morning when motivation drops. On Sunday night when an old habit creeps back in. So when there is no structure holding them between the sessions, all that pressure comes back to you. So you compensate, or I will say you overcompensate. You think harder, you customize more, you try to anticipate what they might need, and you become more involved, not less. And while this comes from care, it can create a fragile system. One one system where progress depends heavily on you being available, sharp, and present every time. And the irony is that customization is high value, but over time, it can reduce both your energy and your clients' independence. Clients start associating progress only with being in the room with you, instead of with following a clear path. You feel needed, but also trapped. So there is another way to look at this, and this is where the shift begins. Real transformation does not come from endless personalization. It comes from consistency, from knowing what the next step is without having to ask, from seeing progress build week after week, from being able to move forward even when motivation dips or life gets busy. So humans need a clear path, and they need efforts that feel meaningful. And this is why well designed programs often outperform even the most caring one to one setup. not because they are generic, but because they remove friction, they reduce decision fatigue, they give clients something to lean on that is not your nervous system. When growth is structured, you no longer have to hold everything in your head. You are not guessing what comes next. You are guiding instead of inventing. And so your role shifts from constantly responding to confidently supporting. And clients can feel the difference. So they feel safer, more capable, more consistent. And I want to be clear here. This is not about becoming rigid. This is not about, treating people like numbers. It's about designing a container that supports human behavior as it actually is: messy, emotional, inconsistent, and still capable of growth when the environment is right. So when coaches move away from constant customization and toward a clear path, something surprising happens. Their energy comes back, their confidence increases, their clients start showing up differently, and progress becomes visible. So the work starts to feel lighter, um, even if even while impact grows. So if any of this feels familiar, if you ever thought, I love my clients, but I cannot keep holding everything this way, I want to know that you are not alone and you have simply outgrown a model that depends entirely on you. Lately, I've been exploring what it looks like to support coaches in making this shift in a grounded, realistic way. Not by adding more complexity, but by removing complexity. So I'm not asking you to build something from scratch, even though you could, because I also help people build a program from scratch. But the pathway I would invite you to think about is about a way where you are giving structure where it's missing and helping you without building from scratch. And if this direction feels aligned, I'm opening a priority list for what I'm developing, and it's a way to stay informed and get early access to a pre-built program, which can help you shine your coaching skills without all the cons that we have been talking about. So no pressure, no obligation, and you can find the link nearby if you want to join the priority list. And whether you do or not, I hope that this conversation gives you permission to question the idea that caring more has to mean caring more. Sometimes the most supporting thing you can do for yourself and for your clients is to stop customizing everything and start trusting a path that works even when you step back. Take care and stay tuned.